welcome to Secrets of the Stars. This is episode 45. Finally, after the mix-up of numberings, finally got it right with this one. But yeah, I'm joined tonight by Shay.
Hello.
And I'm joined by John.
Hello there.
And tonight is a very different topic of Secrets of the Stars. Would anyone like to let the viewers in on what we're talking about?
I'll let John be the messenger.
We are talking about is it Blind Fog Ranch? It isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Blind Fog Ranch in Utah, America, which is coincidentally 45 minutes away from Skinwalker Ranch in the same area. And they both coincide with the Utah Basin, which if none of you know, when you're hitting that like button and subscribing and commenting on this to let me know you watched it, we'll be telling you little code words so you know what you'll be typing in that comment box in a minute. Utah Basin is an active area where UFOs are sighted, just supernatural creatures like Bigfoot, and other weird things have been reported, including time distortions and anomalies. So yeah, what should the code word be tonight, everyone? If they watch the video,
I wouldn't do it this early. And
you wouldn't want to do it this early.
no.
All right. There
Do
you go.
about the 10 minute.
Right. There you go. John spoken.
I have spoken. Acknowledge me.
No, this ain't WWE, John. Yeah, again, with the way WWE's been going lately, whether it's WWE or OnlyFans.
For fuck's sake.
Anyways,
I'm so happy I wasn't there to see that Raw episode.
I think you'd been more happy with the fucking some of it. So we want to start off with something to talk about with the Blind Fog Ranching.
Shay.
Oh, okay, just put me on the spot.
You've done it to me once already. Your turn.
I say let's do the time
Time
distortions or anomalies.
Right. So you know what a time distortion or anomaly is, don't you? You two. Right. So let's talk about it then. What do you think could cause such a thing in a high profile area? Do you think it could be the UFO sightings and that, and they're actually getting them there, or do you think there could be an underlying cause, or? I'll leave that to any of you two to answer.
Go on, Shay.
I think it has connection to the. There's two ranches. There's the one we're talking about, and then there's the other one. What's the other one again?
Skinwalker.
That's the one. I think they're both like related because they're on the same basin. Is that the right word?
Utah Basin, yes.
Yeah, obviously. So there has to be something to do with that. Because obviously, usually when you think with things like this, they're usually connected. Like if it's more than one place in the same area, they're usually connected in some way, shape, or form.
They are. There's I was just going to say, obviously, if you don't know Skinwalker Ranch, look it up. It's a famous ranch. There's similar activity reported there, and it was famous because up till recently, I believe it was either the CIA or FBI were operating out there and looking for the secrets. So if they're one of them organizations were interested in it, and shit's about to get real.
Mm.
Because they wouldn't go investigating just a random ranch, would they?
Yeah. It's like not something you'd usually see. So there had to have been a reason they went there.
I mean, they stayed there for quite a number of years as well. Like, what are you thinking,
Yeah.
John? About the CIA or FBI? If they had him operating now, that's if there would have to be a reason for that area to be under.
Yeah, they wouldn't
surveillance.
just. Yeah, they wouldn't just turn up. So I'm just trying to do my own little bit of research, obviously, while on the phone.
That's fine. But obviously, the time distortion would also play a part because if it is down to UFO sign, then they've obviously in the area where they could be like, 1 minute they're driving or whatever, and then the next like a few hours later, and then they're not, and then they feel like they've been on the same path. You know what I mean? And there's always lots of reports of mysterious lights also out in that area of America. So if it ain't a UFO sign, then what the hell is the mysterious lights? Could be creatures of the night that we don't even know exist, or is there something else at play? What do you
Not
think,
getting
Shay?
anything other than it's a series.
No, I'll see if I can get a website up. What are you thinking, Shay? And this is where Shay's gone quiet.
No, I accidentally opened fucking Discord by accident.
You numpty.
My mind's gone blank. That's not a good thing.
No, but what could it be like? Why do you think if it ain't mysterious, if the mysterious lights ain't down to UFOs, could it be down to creatures that we don't know about yet, or
Mm.
It's a possibility.
or something supernatural, like a Bigfoot kind of creature, or hellhounds kind of wolves? What do you think?
I mean, but there has to be something there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got to be because it just seems weird,
I'm not finding much around this, like.
Apparently, though, the Blindfold Ranch has Aztec treasure on it, which is kind of weird. But even for that area, like Aztecs,
Mm.
because Aztecs are not were not. I can't remember off the top of my head, but was the Aztecs known to be in that area of America? I don't think so. Was they? I thought it was always California way or Texas. I could be wrong.
Central Mexico.
Yeah, there you go. And it was in Utah. So what else was it doing in Utah unless it was stolen from the Mexicans? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was stolen from the Mexicans and imported to Utah, seems a bit,
Hmm.
you know.
I'm not. I'm not finding much about this at all.
Our locals have said that the land's cursed, so. By the Native Americans, you know, who would once roamed the land, so.
Hmm.
Where the hell is that thing I was just looking at? Hang on. Well, hang on. I'm talking about skinwalkers. I might explain the area around Blind Frog for you, John. There you go. Want to look at that for
Have you sent that on DC?
Mm-hmm. You look at your stuff. So yeah, Shay. While John's looking at that, do you think that's sort of like going back to the mysterious lights and that? Do you think it could be mysterious creatures that we don't know yet understand, or do you think it could just be normal animals, or?
I mean, the thing is that there's only so many animals that give off bioluminescent light, and they're not exactly native to Utah. For example, fireflies.
Yeah.
I don't really think you'd find them in Utah. That one American place.
Utah, yeah.
Yeah, so it has to be something supernatural.
Yeah. And that's why I'm thinking on leaning towards that UFO signs around the area are real, because adding the time distortions in there. I'm finding also the areas are known to be a paranormal hotbed for like supernatural, like hauntings, you know. That is also crazy. And if you think that if you got to factor in also malfunctioning electronics have been happening around there as well, whenever they've investigated anywhere in that vicinity, like Skinwalker Ranch or even Blind Frog. Then you have the spikes in electromagnetic radiation, and that, which is crazy. There could be there should be no spikes in that area, and yet they're getting radiation spikes. And the only way that you would get a radiation spike is if, say, for example, it would say it was a UFO. If a UFO was in contact near enough to the land, you know what I mean? There should be no explanation for it otherwise. What do you guys think?
So I'm reading this.
So,
I do agree with you though.
Shay?
Yes.
Do you think, like I was saying, with the spikes in the electromagnetic radiation, there shouldn't be no spikes unless a UFO came in contact near enough to the land, should there?
Yeah, unless there's processed uranium or plutonium in the ground, but then again, the chances of that is 1 in a million. But to obviously give off something that high of a reading is like putting gold 6 miles away from a metal detector and still picking it up.
Yeah.
It's nearly impossible for like any other type of radiation to be there. And then again, plutonium, yes, gives off radiation, but not a lot of radiation, probably 6 megajoules at most. Which sounds like a lot, but when it comes to okay, I could be lying here. I'm not too sure. Haven't done the calculations, but it doesn't give off that much radiation. Just like raw uranium doesn't give off that much radiation. Plus, raw uranium's usually quite deep underground.
Yes. And it also like I don't know if you guys know, but it also like geological oddities there, like caverns or sealed tunnels.
Yeah, that lead to the Aztec treasures and stuff like that.
Exactly. But why
I've
would
read
they?
that.
Yeah. So why would there be that kind of system if there's nothing like? And why would it lead to Aztec treasures when like, Aztecs was nowhere near that area?
Yeah,
Unless
unless
you're,
like John mentioned, they would have been brought there.
yeah, unless they were brought there, or they were borrowed, stolen, and
The
from
British
the
History Museum.
whereas like history in it was steal from people and take
Yeah.
bear all the consequence in it. But yeah, like why would there be like that many sealed tunnels just to go in there? And then if you think of the fact when that the land was Native American land to begin with, and they probably cursed the land. You think about it, because of obviously if they cursed the land because of what the white man at the time done to their land and had wars with them all to steal the land instead of actually working with them for common ground. That's also going to factor in, isn't it? Because their blood's going to be running. Because their blood would have run on the like, would have ran on the green ground, wouldn't it? And that wouldn't be any good, would it, for anyone?
No.
Because
Not finding much at all. Sorry, I did try and do my research beforehand, but I couldn't find anything.
it's all right.
So I'm sort of having a blind conversation.
I use Grammarly for forever. One of the biggest things I use it for is actually writing emails that need to sound a little bit more professional. Have some really cool brainstorm ideas or even like down to an essay. And it also has an auto citation feature that saves a lot of time. And the best part
Is there anything you want to add, Shay, before we move on to another thing? Or John?
No.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Right. So obviously in that area as well, there's also been reports of like sightings of aircraft or craft, like with unconventional characteristics on their flight paths and their patterns, and and then if anyone has a light, it interacts with a light by an observer or civilian in the area. So, and like, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm leaning towards the UFO theory for that area. Because say you're an airplane, like in an airplane as a pilot, everyone, and someone like on the ground shine, you wouldn't react. You wouldn't react to it, would you? Would you be too focused on your goal, wouldn't you? Like flying across. You wouldn't be focused on a light, would you?
No.
No, unless you're like a task of an emergency, like
SOS signals and
yeah, or like you're tasked with like an emergency landing. Then you would be taking notice of your surroundings and like, oh, we need light there, or that's like. But if it's just like a normal light, you wouldn't just be like, you would look at it and go, have a little laugh, and then you'd click up and go on your way, wouldn't you? But then, so then why these like aircraft, like these UFOs in the UFO corridor, as they call it in Utah, like interacting with light? What is special about that area which is causing people to have their lights getting interacted with, you know? You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm just trying to.
Hello, everyone. If you're just tuning in, go and say hello and watch the live.
I've read that thing you sent me. It's about the other ranch. It's not about this one. I'm trying to look at things on this one and I can't seem to fucking find anything. Okay, now, fuck's sake. Right, where were we? Sorry.
Um,
I'm not
I s-
finding anything on that.
all right. I found a little bit here or there, but there ain't much. Yeah, there's mainly on YouTube. You're like,
Yeah, because it's based on a series, isn't it?
yeah, it is. But as always, like I say, with all series, though, there's always a thing there, isn't there?
Yeah, I've just
Um,
had a look there. How do I get it back up again? 2 seconds. Let me see if I can get it back up.
right.
Yeah, Facebook link took me to a page where it was saying Blythe Frog rank, where creatures are out of sight and disappearances out of mind, and the rumblings. Well, let's just say it's not the wind. And then reading
No.
some of the comments, it's like, hate that show. Stop digging, stop drilling. You have not paid attention to the warnings. You will destroy all Earth if you do not stop. It's like, what? What crop circles are there in the basin and also Google's Edge? Will tell you there aren't no crop circles here.
It's like Skinwalker Ranch is tied to Navajo legend of skinwalkers, isn't they?
Yes, yeah.
And the Blind Frog Ranch is local indigenous stories, which have been into that which have told about forbidden or sacred areas and underground secrets. So you mix that in, you're gonna get like one big fucking area, ain't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Don't think Shay's back yet, so I can't ask him.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I'll let John explain what I just asked, and then you can give your point.
John.
John.
Ah, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. I have
Right.
been talking. I've been talking to myself, obviously. He was mentioning about Skinwalker Ranch was origin of, is it
Navajo. Basically,
Navajo? Go on.
yeah, basically, Shay, what I said is, like Skinwalker Ranch is tied to Navajo, the Native American tribe Navajo. So now their legend of shape-shifting witches, aka the Skinwalkers, and that Blind Frog Ranch is their indigenous, the indigenous stories of surrounding that area. Tell of forbidden and sacred areas and underground secrets. So, what I'm saying is that whole area seems to be one big like book, basically. Like wherever you go, there's always like, don't if you go there, don't read on, or you know what I mean, like one of them books, like if you're reading too much into it, like or you're reading something, you'll say if you carry on, like an adventure book. Like if what do you do here? Turn to page 55, and then when you get to 55, it gives you a choice, But the
Yeah.
trouble is, though, the blood that the Native Americans spilled during their war, that goes seeped in through the land and caused a lot more trouble. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, because if you think like the amount of blood that would have been spilt would have seeped through the soil and all that, which would then in turn be where the ranch was built. But it's like we don't know. Well, I presume we don't know what happened on that land previously before the ranch was conceived.
Hmm.
There,
Think
that's
of
a good point.
what's that?
So I've just googled similarities between both ranches.
Hmm.
Um, other than like the paranormal and the UFO sightings and stuff like that, there isn't really much similarities other than sharing the same land. A Reddit post has gone into detail saying who else has noticed the similarities between Skinwalker and Blind Frog. And then one of the comments says no books or documentaries about Blind Frog before the show. Skinwalker Ranch had a lot of obviously uh documentation about obviously what's happened well before the show. Uh Saying that they have a feeling that Blind Frog jumped on the back of Skinwalker. Like like followed.
Yeah.
So saying like 100% agree with you. Everything I've seen so far has been piggybacking off the Skinwalker show. However, the hillbilly version seems to touch face with a few things that Skinwalker deviates from.
Diverts from.
Yeah.
True, but at the same time, how do we know that the stuff ain't been lost to history? Like, I'm not saying it's like it could be faked and everything.
Mm.
Question mark, yeah. But if you're in that area, then that blind fog is on the same land. Then there's also got to be something going on in that land, isn't there?
Yes, and why is it not documented like it is with Skinwalker Ranch?
Hmm.
That
Could it be
throws out a lot of questions.
that does, or could it be one of them ranches that not many people have looked at? Like Skinwalker's been getting a lot of reputation, and everyone just turned a blind eye to blind fog.
But then that can't be the case because I've been looking, you can actually book a tour at Blind Frog.
Hmm.
So you can actually go down and visit and have like a walk around.
Oh,
But then it also holds the question if it is as thingy as they say it is,
hmm.
why would yes, I know like if you're doing like paranormal ghost adventure stuff like that, you're gonna be careful and obviously where you go in certain locations. You're not just gonna open it up to the public and be like, well, all is welcome if it is as high risk as they say it is. With little information. Where
True,
Skinwalker Ranch has got a lot more information about obviously its sightings and stuff like that.
true.
Where you're going in with a bit of detail and what you're actually walking into, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. What are you thinking, Shay?
I mean, one sec. Pardon me. I think I did mention something like that when we were doing the celebrity hauntings one. There's like you can't be too sure if there isn't enough evidence. It's like how much is true and how much is fake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if none of it is true and it is all just to get a bit of fame, saying like, oh, this stuff happened, it seems too much of a coincidence because you think Skinwalker Ranch is what, probably not even a mile away.
I can fact check that for you now.
It's 28 miles, 42 minutes
Oh.
away, 28 miles away.
There you go.
Huh. A lot
But
further than I
say-
thought it'd be.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like the same land, you know.
Yeah, it's on like the same land, and it kind of sounds like a fame grab. To be fair.
Yeah, because when you just type in Skinwalker Ranch, you get loads of links to
Mm-hmm.
different websites, obviously, about Skinwalker Ranch, what it used to be called, and but if you type in blind frog frog ranch, it just brings you straight up about mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. It's not giving any real detail about the actual ranch itself.
No.
Only like videos and yeah, mystery at Blind Frog Ranch. So again, it goes back to what would you actually believe, if that makes sense. Two people that want to get their bit of fame on a series,
Yeah.
or multiple links. There's the secrets.
It's like the owner was originally of Blind Frog originally purchased it in 2018 for its underground caverns that are extensive.
Which one now? Blind Frog.
Yeah.
Because that's all it really seems to say, is that they only bought the ranch to look for the Aztec like gold and jewels and stuff like that. It's not like, I don't know, passed down to them or whatever. It's like they've bought it just to look at that. Because I read something saying that Blind Frog Ranch. Hold on. The landowner, whatever his name is determined to find what is hidden in the 7 underground caves on a 160-acre ranch, saying he sunk everything he has into hunting for what he believes is a vast fortune of gold on his property. However, as he gets closer to find the treasure, the land seems to hold on tighter, stopping him in his tracks.
Yeah.
Which obviously, if it shares the same land as Skinwalker, all the native history, they'd find that very disrespectful.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gathering from it anyway.
That's what I'm saying as well. It's like, Like, it's like crazy, isn't it, to think that if they are putting a fast one on us all,
Mm.
and all
Seems to
that,
be like that with a lot of locations. They want to get their little 5 minutes of fame, so to speak.
yeah,
Mm.
it does, and it's like sad to see, but like I was just saying earlier, if they say they're not bullshitting,
Right.
and say there is things like there, and they're not documented because of Skinwalker obviously being that few, like 28 miles away. That one's taking up all the area, and everyone's more fascinated by that. And Blind Fog is in the like full background, like no
Yeah.
one's believing anything there because they're like, oh, why are you trying to like go on like the coattails of Skinwalker?
Mm-hmm.
Because that could easily have been what could have happened. Say,
Yeah.
why is it that all of a sudden, like them two are in the same basin,
Mm-hmm.
which is real now for like UFO activity, time like distortions and everything, all in that area. There's got to be something there, and plus the Native American land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm thinking. If they have not, that's probably why there's no documented history on Blind Fog and not as much out there. Because you know as well as I do. Say, I don't know. Let's throw out one of our landmarks and another one: Buckingham Palace
Mm.
and Windsor Castle. Both we
Yeah.
know, we both know that they're royal residences. Yes, but
One's
Windsor's
gonna get
obviously
more. Yeah.
one's going to get more.
More recognition and more documentation because one's more slightly famous than the other.
Yeah, and if that one was getting the documentation, Skinwalker was getting the documentation long before
Yeah.
Blind Fog was on the scene. How long was Skinwalker getting that activity, and then Blind Fog wanting to get that activity, and then they were like, you know,
Mm.
what do you think, Shay?
I mean, kind of like sort of backs up my point I made earlier about like Blind Frog wanting, like John mentioned, the 5 minutes of fame. It's like two places that share the same area. Like obviously, like you just mentioned, Buckingham Palace and the other place,
Windsor Castle.
yeah, Windsor Castle. It's like obviously Buckingham Palace is the more famous one because that's where they actually live, and Windsor Castle is just kind of like there. So it's like maybe that's the same thing that's happened with Blind Frog and Skinwalker Ranch. It's like they've both been there for God knows how long, but it's now like, oh hey, they're getting recognition, so should we. Let's do this and say that and see if we get any fame from it. But
Yeah,
obviously, it doesn't seem to have worked.
exactly, and that's the point.
But I can again. I am trying to obviously agree with. I do agree with your point, Ray.
Yeah.
One is going to be in the shadows more than the other because the other one's had a lot more documentation over the years.
Yeah.
But then that also gives a reason to fake things in quotations. I'm not saying that that's what they're doing. I'm not saying that it's completely bullshit.
I
I'm not saying it's
understand.
completely real. But then that would give them a bigger reason to do that because one's getting more attention than the other. It's like having two kids, right? It's going slightly off topic. It's like having two kids. So, like two twins. One's going to get more attention than the other, whether parents try not to or not. The other one then is going to be like, well, I need to do something to get attention. So that could be naughty behavior or acting more silly, if that makes sense.
Yes.
So then flip it back onto the ranches. One ranch is getting more attention off like government and documentation authorities, where Blind Frog is sat in the background like, well, I have this as well.
Hmm.
I have UFO sightings, Bigfoot style sightings, skinwalker sightings. How come I'm not getting the attention? So then they bring out a show,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden they're as known. It's like trying to figure out, is it really true? Is it not? But then it doesn't help. One has more document, like actual findings than the other.
Yeah. And then
So
that's why I can understand that, but then also, like I was saying, on the flip side, like we were saying, like I was saying,
yeah.
was they basically like one that was trying to get the recognition out there, saying, "Oh, well, we're getting it as well," because
And just
Skinwalker was
being,
eating
yeah,
it all up. They were just basically shunned to the side until someone recently has
actually
just gone,
picked up. Yeah. I get you.
"Hmm." But like you say with the Trin analogy, there's only so much that the Trin can do
Yes.
until
They
they get
give
the
up.
recognition.
Yeah.
They could be like really a total opposite. The Trin who's in favour could be a bad kid at school, could be getting bad grades, and the parents would still love him to pieces.
Yeah.
This kid could be the good two shoes, and then trying to jump in and basically do everything the correct way.
Yeah.
Until he does things the way the favourite Twin does, you wouldn't get a recognition. And could this be the case of Blind Frog not getting recognition till the owner come in, which was like, right, we know what we've got here. I'm not going to give up and push through everything until someone believes us, even if
Yes.
it's just
Yeah.
like a little glimmer, and then going through with it. If you know what I mean.
Because it was said that he had found a Spanish coin or something, wasn't it? A speck of gold and a Spanish coin.
Yes.
Hmm.
And like I was saying, it's all on the same land. So obviously,
Yeah.
you're not telling me that all the land there, there's just one ranch in that vicinity as activity,
Hmm. Yeah. I get you.
and we've just lost Shay. Everyone, I apologise. But
Aztec have got them. Got him.
yeah, Aztec came and caught him. Lol.
It was the ancient Native Americans. They didn't like what he was saying because he wasn't saying anything.
He was a silent one. But yeah, it's like when you watch anything about Skinwalker, they always go on about other ranches, always have an activity other than them,
Yeah.
but they don't go into detail. Like they just say, "Oh, our neighbour over there has some activity," right? So obviously there is activity on the other ranches,
Hmm.
but then Blind Frog has obviously got these things going on. But then it's like, no, obviously not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Shay.
So my phone randomly said no.
Yeah, the Native Americans, John said they come to shut you up. Yeah. But yeah, I'll let you have a little bit of Shay to talk, and then I'll finish off on this one. Thanks. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll give you the code word after this. To let you know what we'll be saying that you know.
Well, on the thing John mentioned about the Spanish coin, I just sent something in Thingamajiggy. If you want to have a quick read through that. Didn't think the Spanish ever went that far. Because obviously, if you think, pardon me, the American Civil War, which is obviously when the American Revolution in the 1700s was when the most bloodshed
fuck's
would have,
sake.
or
The message at 1:05 a.m.
it takes you
Jesus.
long enough. Anyway,
Yeah.
I completely forgot what I was saying now.
No,
Thanks,
you're talking
John.
about the Civil War.
Oh yeah, obviously the Civil War had ended by I think 1735.
Yeah,
Let me fact check that.
yeah, but yeah, do what John said. Everyone like and subscribe.
Lick and subscribe.
Okay, it ended 1865. I was close.
Mhm.
But obviously, during that period, the Spanish were in Utah, or whatever it's fucking called.
Utah,
So
you're right.
obviously, yeah, so obviously that would theoretically mean that there could have been some reason for that Spanish queen to be there.
Mm. Yes.
Yes.
In which case, also, if you think about it, could they have been? Could not? Could the like we were saying with the ranches? Was the blindfold ranch just like an outpost for the Spanish at the time, or was there something deeper going on? And I'm saying all this history that they could have had and they could have just like they do like I'm not saying like they do, but you hear it where it's just been swept under the carpet basically,
Hmm.
and everyone's gone, oh no, yeah, we don't want to associate with them because that was where I don't know the Spanish was hiding out, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that's how they shut up blindfold for so long, you know. You
Hmm.
don't know, do you, off the top of your head?
No.
Like really,
Yeah.
what went on? Unless we were really there, folks. We don't know why blindfold ain't really been given the recognition. Yeah. So say that now. Let's go on the flip side and say it is all bullshit, and they are doing it just to be fucking onky donks and fucking say, yeah, let's get some on the bandwagon of Skinwalker. So we're going to also paint them in a good light, is it? Because people are going to go to that place and then be like, especially on a tour, as John was saying, you can go for tours around there. Why
Yeah.
would they? Why would anyone want to go on a tour if they and then they could go around there and go, you know, why would we? Why do you want? Why are you giving tours out? You're obviously bullshitting, you know. And then that'll get even worse recognition for them, and then they'll end up going, fuck it, yeah, we'll close down now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you thinking, Shay?
Hmm. I'm not too sure, to be fair.
I'm leaning on to the side that it's like a little brother or little sister that's not being given the proper recognition at the minute, and that's why we're not getting a lot of things going for us, you know. With it. Hi, Daniel. How you doing, my man? I'm doing all right. How are you? Shay and John are here with me tonight.
Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Oh, sorry, Daniel.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm going to cross with a little sibling fear. I'm glad you feel okay, man. I'm glad. But yeah, I'm going to go with a little sibling that basically has been told all their life in the eyes of the big sibling that the big sibling can do nothing wrong no matter what they do. You know, and no matter how many times you try, like the little sibling tries to report something, it's like a bully in it, and it's like a bullying case basically.
Yeah.
In a school, the Skinwalker's a big bully. Blindfold is like a victim. Like a Skinwalker is bullying basically by saying getting all these reports and everything out there, and this victim is like trying to get their side of the story out, and no one's believing them.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm going towards. That blind folks don't had the chance to get a good history going because they've been living in Skinwalker's shadow basically in that land on that land. I know, bro. I know. Don't worry. Daniel talking about UFO, everyone. UFO sighting.
It's not real.
Yeah. So what kind of defense are you jumping on?
Who?
You first, John.
I'm going solely based on evidence and just searching it in Google with what actually shows up. I'm saying it's not bullshit. It's just I'm on the fence with is it true or not, because there's not really that much out there to back its story up.
Right. That's understandable. Shay?
To be fair, I'm in the same boat as John.
Because it's like I don't know. So say I never met you. So say I just joined, right?
Go
And
on.
I said to you that I've got heritage from one of the famous princes in Egypt. I'm in loads of money or whatever. But there's not much evidence. But you're believing that it's like it's wrong for me to say that that's what I believe. Yeah, it's true when there's not really much backing it up.
Yeah, that's understandable. Go on, Shay. Why are you on the phone with John on it?
Well, it's that there isn't enough solid proof that it's real, but there isn't enough solid proof that it's fake. So it's like it could be real, it could be fake. We can't be too sure. It's kind of like what's it called? There's this bunker, supposedly. There's this bunker in Poland that was used by the naughty Germans. But it's like there isn't any evidence that it exists, but supposedly people have been there, and it's like, well, where's your evidence?
Right.
So it's kind of like that. There isn't enough evidence to prove that it's real, but there isn't enough evidence to prove that it's not real.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I understand that. I'm not like, obviously on the like the way I'm thinking because there's not only like I can get where you two are coming from, but at the end of the day, the only people that know is the people down the line of like history, innit?
Yeah.
Like AKA the Spanish that we mentioned with the coin, or the Aztec treasure that is supposedly there, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start to sign off now, but before I do, I'm gonna let John come up with a cold word for all of his video.
Shouldn't it be your turn?
I was gonna say I did the last one.
Yeah.
You
I
want me
did
to do it?
pineapple.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you
obviously
done
I did the one before that. I can't remember what. I think mine was egg.
Yeah, it was, and because I guessed
Yeah,
it.
you randomly guessed it,
Yeah.
I don't
which
know.
I still think you cheated.
No, it's because you're an egghead, didn't it?
Fuck off.
6 and 2 threes. You're an egghead. You would have chose egg.
Well, Ray didn't let me choose the complicated one, so
Hey, I can't even remember what the complicated one here was.
Exactly.
No thanks. Trying to think of a good one.
Bussy. No, don't use that.
Fuck
Oh,
off,
for
John.
fuck's sake.
Wrong channel.
Mm.
Fruit bag.
That can still be seen as offensive.
All right. Oh
It's
wait, we're 1 hour.
2025.
I was going to say we're 1 hour into a video. I don't think fucking YouTube AI is looking through this.
Well, let's
Sure.
go. Let's go with one of the most
BBC.
British
What? British Broadcasting Channel or British?
corporation. It's British Broadcasting Corporation.
That's the one. Yeah, that's what I was on about. That's the one I meant.
British bullshit channel. That's what it is.
Right. That's
I'm
enough now.
I'm gonna go with the most British thing ever, though, apart from BBC. Um,
OnlyFans.
no, this ain't Bonnie Blue.
Margaret Thatcher.
No, I'm gonna go with
Crumpets.
the code word, right?
Tea and biscuits.
No, crumpets.
Oh, bosh.
So if you reach all this video, put crumpets in the bottom. To the 7 that you watched it all. Like, subscribe, share with everyone that we're on the road to 3K. I'm 95 away.
That's spelt wrong. I know it is.
This is now this is the moment where I pass on to someone to let you subscribe to them and share.
Please lick and subscribe.
Go on, Shay.
Is it the time for the shameless plug?
Is woke and it's
It ain't a
not
shame.
anymore.
It ain't a shameless plug. It's you deserve it. Go on.
Right, lads. So we got this channel, Eagle Vision Gaming. A flop. I'm joking. I play anything and everything. May even do my first VR game on there. Maybe, possibly,
No.
once I figure that out. But yeah, I play fucking anything and everything as long as it's free or I have it. And obviously there's Metal Panzer X, which I do need to do another video on that soon. But yeah, that's more heavily focused to games Gaijin Entertainment has made. The same company that likes to leak illegal NATO documents, but you know, they do. Google it. But yeah, that'd be mainly War Thunder Enlisted once I download it again if I can be bothered. And yeah, that's really it. The shameless plug is now over. John, your turn.
Look and subscribe. I still don't know what my at is, so Ray, you'll have to just.
It's the thing you've got it set, I think.
I think I'll take it into the bottom. But yeah, go and give John a subscribe, please, everyone. Give Shay a subscribe, and make sure you catch him when he's live, Shay, because which is about as rare as a steam train in the UK nowadays. So
it's about as rare as me doing a double backflip down my stairs.
That's very common then.
Yeah.
You won't put your cam on and do a double backflip down the stairs now.
I can't even do a backflip, bro.
Well, there you go. First time to learn. Just when people say don't land on your neck, it's false. Land on your neck.
I don't want to end up in a wheelchair. I don't want to end up like what's his name? The thing from SpongeBob that goes chocolates. You got any chocolates?
If you don't land on your neck, you're not doing it properly.
I thought I got to land on my spinal cord.
No, your neck.
It's
It's the bit where your shoulders meet your neck. You just got to land right there.
dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Lick
Do
and
a
subscribe,
backflip
guys.
down your
like and
stairs.
subscribe. Yeah, give a sub to Shay, Daniel on this channel for us, will you, mate? And yeah, I'll be back on again in a bit with John.
What?
You in a private chat, man.
Oh.
I'm saying that. How could you? Anyways, I'll see you in a bit, everyone. I'll be back on with a Haunted Hours. It's going to be an amazing one because I think we're going to be talking about something incredibly spooky on that. But yeah,
My
like,
house.
subscribe. Well, we can talk about your house if you want, but I don't think anyone would be interested in that, Shay.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for watching. Take care. Big love to you all.
Big
Bye,
love to
everyone.
you.
Goodbye, people.
And thank you to Shay and John for joining me. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, bro, it's a
welcome.
fucking honor to be here.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.